everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Christmas Countdown, where tonight it's Christmas Eve, and one of the drinks you might leave out for Santa Claus is a classic American Coca-Cola. And I have here now Christmas packaging and a new product, which is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This is the new version of Coke Zero, which I never even had because I'm not a fan of diet sodas at all. But I want to give a taste test of this latest version of their Zero Sugar version of Coke and put it up against the classic American Coca-Cola. And I just want to show you this fabulous packaging they have here with Santa Claus and the green ribbon on the bottle of Coke. And I think on the other, he's got the hand around the other side of the can. And then here on the black can, and I'll say that Coke has always been probably my favorite soft drink. It really is all-American as you can get, one of the great American inventions and beverages. And in fact, it's the Coca-Cola formula, the syrup. It really is an impressive invention because you may be aware of this. It can help your stomach if you're having stomach problems. I don't know if you still can, but years ago you could actually get Coca-Cola syrup at the pharmacy if you had a stomach problem. It really is good as something you can drink or settle your stomach. Now the problem always has been for me that the Diet Cokes don't even remotely taste like Coke, and they have that strong aftertaste. And Diet Coke, I can't even really guzzle it down because it has such a artificial flavor to it. This says new improved taste, and I guess we should first do a sniff. Classic aroma. And the aroma has always been part of the Coke experience. The bubbles coming out and that classic aroma. It has a much weaker aroma coming out of it than the Coke. Now I think I'm going to try this first, because trying the original Coke first, it's going to be really maybe stepping down in the sweetness department. So to be fair, let's try the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar first. Well, that first test, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this. It is much sweeter than Diet Coke, and even sweeter than Coca-Cola Life, which I reviewed, which has the stevia. This, I found I'm actually parched right now and need a refreshing drink, and I found I can actually sort of guzzle this. I can't do that with a Diet Coke. Let me try one more sip of this. It has a much less noticeable aftertaste. It really has it's the most Coke-like flavor of any of their alternative beverages I've had. But now let's test it against the real thing. Now, see, the thing about the original Coke is there's absolutely zero aftertaste. There's nothing that comes after the classic Coke flavor. Special report. I'm here live in Manhattan where people are watching the skies for Santa's sleigh tonight. But today it was Gary Puppet who was toast of the town, capturing New Yorkers' imaginations since being found by construction workers yesterday who were clearing the way for the Howard Stern Expressway. Governor Andrew Cuomo stepped out with the diminutive molar man many people are calling Little Orphan Gary. Playing the role of Daddy Warbucks, the New York Times reports Cuomo was resplendent in a pink seersucker suit and tie with rhinestone cufflinks. In the governor's limo, he and Gary Puppet took in all the standard New York Christmas locations from the department stores to Times Square to Rockefeller Plaza. All this before retiring to Governor's House on Governor's Island just off Manhattan for a Christmas feast. On the menu were crisp Long Island duck, mashed rutabagas, and boysenberry cobbler. On the guest list were Hugh Jackman, Gary Delabate, the Village People, Gilbert Gottfried, and a man billed simply as the black guy who made the noises on Police Academy. Gary Puppet's generously sized incisors made short work of the smorgasbord, and he signaled his approval with a well-executed belch. Cuomo closed the feast to the media, telling reporters, "You will learn about it through us." The highlight of the meal reportedly was Hugh Jackman raising a chalice filled with Fosters and announcing, "I'm not the greatest showman. Howard Stern is the greatest showman." Live from New York City. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That hits the spot. Hits the spot.
Hits the spot. Woo!
Well, I will say that this is an impressive bit of work by Coca-Cola. When you're comparing these type of drinks, there's really four things you have to consider. The Coke experience, which is the flavor, aroma, the sweetness of it, and the artificial sweetness level. Coke Zero Sugar, it really does have the level of sweetness that you need to have just to make it remotely like having a Coke. And then finally there's the aftertaste. Surprisingly, there is less aftertaste in this than there was in Coca-Cola Life, even though when you think about it, all they were really supposed to be doing there was replacing the sugar with a natural sweetener. So how bad could it be? Well, apparently even a natural sweetener can have a significant aftertaste, and this probably has the least aftertaste of any diet drink I've ever had. So I would say the main difference is that when you drink the regular Coke, you get 100% sweetness. You never have that conflict between the sweetness versus artificial, and there's zero aftertaste. It's just purely the Coke flavor. But I would say this is, I mean, if for any reason you want to have something that has 0 calories, 0 sugar, I mean, this would definitely be, I think, the drink to get. This really it's a sort of a new Coca-Cola drink all in itself, more than just something like the diet knockoff. It has enough sweetness and enough of the Coke flavor, that genuine Coke flavor, that I may actually buy some of this again. I can't think it would ever replace the original, but it's certainly a good option to have if you just, say you're having some extra sugar in some food you're eating that particular day, you could make up for it with having this instead of the regular Coke. So this is something you probably could survive. It sure would be great if you weren't allowed to drink the regular Coke, to have this alternative. I'm not sure how they can keep Diet Coke going after this, other than that I guess many people just like the flavor of that has its own group of fans. So I'm going to say obviously Coca-Cola is 5 stars, and I'm going to give this a very solid 4 stars for Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. I would reserve 5 stars simply if they make a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar that tastes exactly like this. Now that would be 5 stars. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time, tomorrow on Christmas Day, on this Christmas countdown as we reach the conclusion tomorrow. Bye everybody.